Actually, I don't know if you know this, there was like a solid year in like 2010 where Restatic partnered actually.
Really? I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it was really before we hanged out a lot, but we, as far as like locals in New Jersey were going, we were doing really good, and we were placing like top 3, I would say.
Nice, okay.
Like we weren't always winning because, you know, that was like Mewtwo King prime time, and like there was just a lot of, there was
New York, New Jersey, that's all you got to say. New York, New Jersey, we know.
And Anti and Jaff, they were teaming a lot and things like that, but we did really good. And that was a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to see him back in the game because he stopped playing Brawl for a bit. He went over to Melee, and he started doing really good in Melee.
Yes, he did.
And now he's coming over to Smash 4. He's always had, like, a very quirky play style.
He has, but he also has an outstanding mind for the game. I mean, I've been talking to Minty since, honestly, it's terrible to say, but since he was about 14 years old, like Nairo status. And he, since he was young, has had this great breakdown and analytical view of the game that even in Brawl with Marth, you saw very much with him. It was a very, very technical, well-aware, more,
had his follow-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think he gravitated and played Neo a lot on Wi-Fi, and I think I did that as well. And I think that's why we meshed really well as far as teams is concerned. I do well in teams because I have like a patient style, I guess. But
most certainly.
But it's hard for me to find somebody that I really feel like I mesh with. Minty is one of those few people where I really felt like I actually feel like me and Will mesh very well.
Interesting.
Which is weird because we never
those partners for
Orion. And I like never actually teamed with Will. It's just like whenever we do team, we always make money.
Exactly. Like, you know, it's just what it is. Team get them dollars.
It's every time we go to Canada also.
Yeah.
Because it's like all of our regular partners aren't there, and we're just like.
And it's just not fair too, because it's like we got New York, we got New Jersey, we're going to Canada. Let's go ruin some days. Like, but so this should be interesting because, as we know, Rapture, a very avid Mario main. Minty, a very avid Mega Man main, and has been watching.
I did not know. That doesn't surprise me. Mega Man is definitely Minty's
And when you see his play style, you'll see the homework already coming out. Minty has been very, very, very good. He was playing Seabrick and money matches in Mega Man Dittos over Apex Weekend and was actually winning them. So yeah, let's see what he comes to break down. But the matchup, as I expected, is Mega Man versus Mario.
And honestly, this is random, but because I haven't actually seen this matchup before, it's so hyped to see Mega Man versus Mario in a game. Like,
oh yes,
I know that's what Smash is about, but it's just that's so cool. I love Mega Man.
Oh yeah, and this is like when we first saw Sonic versus Mario and Brawl, except this is actually a lot more impressive because Sonic and Brawl was awful.
Yeah,
just being real. Like,
so Minty's follow-ups already have been astounding to
and
say
just
the least.
Creative as hell. He just makes
he hasn't
things
dropped
occur.
anything.
No. And you'll see it too. It's going to really, I think, get in the head of Rapture because of the fact that he comes at you from absolutely ridiculous angles, knows his options, nets a kill right there before 100 with a solidly placed back air, getting his back air follow-ups every time. Look at this kid pop off right now.
But Raptor, no slouch either, gets that nice up air string to up B, putting Minty at a good percent range. Like one more combo, one more follow-up. All right, going for the kill a little early there.
Yeah, got a little disrespectful.
Hasty. All right. Raptor really has never cared and just up Bs.
No,
really
and you know what? He still gets with his. You know, he gets that little bit extra. He doesn't really get punished for it, and he needs that percent right now. So good for him. You know, opting for what's guaranteed.
And you know what's funny? Before Minty landed right there, he knew it was unsafe because he like frowned a little bit.
Yeah,
and then he made the decision. And it was
forced into the option. Oh man, and sometimes his up air placement is probably the scariest thing in the world because it's beyond forcing you in options. If you just want to live, you can't do anything. And as we see right there, without question, nails his up tilt.
His composure is ridiculous. Now, Minty actually, he used to choke a lot.
Yes,
when he was a kid.
he did.
He used to be able to take players like Shadow and ADHD all the way to the end, and then he'd just choke out. And seeing him, how old is Minty now? He's in college.
Yeah, no, he's definitely in college. I think we're borderlining here about 20, maybe 21. I don't think he's old enough to drink yet, if I remember correctly.
But his composure is so solid. He looks so much more focused than when I used to see him at events, and his play is just astounding.
I think it's also really come from the time he spent in Melee. Melee really gave him a strong foundation of understanding what he could do, what he couldn't do, how his own level of tech skill and player skill really resonated. So when he comes into games now, he's got a very strong gauge of himself, and it's not questionable anymore.
Between the spacing fundamentals from Brawl and the technical aspect and the option aspect from Melee.
It seems to fit exactly the character he's playing that is Mega Man.
Look at these pellets, like...
And that slap
It's
hitbox.
like aggressive Zuko.
Oh, man.
That's
what it is. That's what everyone says, for goodness sake. It's ridiculous. And you see it, too, just shoving the options in your face every time.
Whew. A little bit hasty on that. But
there we go.
All right, Rapture. Bring it in. This is pretty even, actually. These Mario combos do work.
And I like the way he's not even respectful, but just so well aware of making sure he gets what he needs. He doesn't opt into anything tricky, and that was wild as hell.
That was such a Daigo DP. And I don't say that very often. But no. He just did it.
No big deal.
Because he felt like it.
Oh, and that was kind of out of nowhere, a little unminty-like, but it's all right. Probably trying to make a hard read and still getting his back air kill.
And that move kills so early.
And it's just ruthless, too. Like, it traps you entirely. It covers so much area. It's just a really hard option to get away from.
You can see Rapture getting a little bit flustered right now with these pellets, but makes a nice hard read off this F smash off a bad position for Minty.
And that was great spacing right there, abusing the fact that F smash is a little bit of a step forward with it and can cover a little bit more range. So Minty thinking he was safe, but catching the tail end of that fireball.
And as much as we were talking about Minty labbing and being really impressive, Rapture, because I went up to Toronto with him for an event, I can tell he's done work in these past couple of months, man. And
he'll be the first one to tell you. He was awful in Brawl, and he actively said it. And in this game, he's definitely been putting the work in and definitely giving quite a few people a scare. So cannot sleep on him. Great cape.
Did the tornado just go down?
Yep.
I haven't seen
He was like, get that strong breeze out of here. I don't need that. Ooh, and just breaking out the up B. Lunch money for days right now is Rapture getting a hold of it, but Minty catching him holding that blade and throwing it the wrong direction.
Minty really just lost momentum here. I'm really impressed with Rapture's ability to just turn this around. He was down a full stock before.
And Rapture, very interesting enough, I was told by Max Catchin, was anyone's not aware, he's actually been very well known for his ability to get strong follow-ups at a down air. He's been very well versed in Mario's down air and everything he can get, so that's why we see him opting for it so much. And wow, closes out this set, so definitely doing strong lab work, as we're going to see one apiece between these two.
That's crazy. Now, as far as a counter pick is concerned, where has Minty been, like, strong?
It's a little hard to say because, honestly, I really feel like it's in this matchup, it's not going to matter on the stage, to be honest. Minty is one of those players who, as long as he is getting what's in his head and he's in the right spacing, he'll do well. But stage-wise, I haven't really seen him come to abuse a stage outright in a fashion that would make me think similar to, like, oh, DeBuzz goes to Castle Siege, or, you know, certain people go to Halberd. Like, you just don't see that from Minty. And that's why, yet again, we come back to Smashville. Nothing beyond just a strong capability of keeping it a neutral match. And, ooh, opting over to the red.
Final form.
Yep, there you go. Fire Mario versus Fire Mega Man.
This is one of my favorite Mega Man colors. Some of the Mega Man colors are kind of booty.
Yes, unfortunately, they definitely are.
Ooh, covering the spot dodge with that meaty hitbox right there.
And very odd footsies right now. Both players going, close quarters combat, but definitely still trying to vie for that stage control and that early game lead. Going to Rapture right now, though.
And Minty picking options a little bit more committed than he was initially. Still landing these killer follow-ups, though.
Actually seeing the up B coming now. Could this be the sign of evolution against the up B? As weird as that sounds. Evolution and adaptation.
That back air.
And it just so safe on shield and so quick. Such a hard move. I don't think you can really punish it, especially in that position.
Now, I'm really looking for Rapture to start grabbing after these fast fall down airs because he keeps F-smashing so much, and it hasn't worked once. It's scary enough that, like, I would just respect it and hold shield at this point. Ooh.
Oof. And as you said, I definitely see what you're saying. Is Minty definitely getting a little bit more overcommitted, and Rapture definitely taking advantage of it.
He's doing his pellets, but you can see even there, like, he rolled in and did some things. Whereas in the first game, and before he lost last game, he would really have just kept shooting pellets and played his spacing game, just marked it, you know? Ooh. Okay, I like that. Full hop, cross up tomahawk.
Ooh, and that's a favorite of mine. You just throw that fastball in there and make sure that you get it, and that's going to close out. Great mind game.
And I really liked how quickly Minty was able to put on his headphones in between those stocks.
Yes. That was just a great mix-up nonetheless there, too. Caught him trying to be a little bit safe. Gets the walk-up up smash.
I think he was trying to combo it into another one, but it didn't work out. Mario having like most of the Mario cast. Ooh.
Back half down smash.
You see Mario doing that little back dance right there. Like, I got you, I got you.
See me. But so yet again, both players getting back to a very even matchup. Minty winning this low percent battle, but doesn't have outright stage control yet.
No, Mario definitely, even if he's a little bit behind on percent, has an easier time killing than Mega Man. Those reverse up smashes are going to do some work. Ooh. Okay.
And there you go. Solid way to stop that right there. Definitely caught him. And while Rapture thought that he had a solid follow-up, and that was almost absolutely disrespectful.
That could have been it.
That was like, I see you, son. Like, Chapter 3, Paragraph 4. You're right there. Like,
Minty, going for these. Wow, Trump left my brain for a second. Like,
yes.
What do we call this mechanic again?
What is this?
Now, you know what's interesting? I haven't seen one F smash. Not one.
And you know what? I think it may just come from the matchup. As we see here. Wow. Oh, my goodness. That was unreal. So well played. So technical.
Very tricky.
So quick.
Tricky.
So quick. There was no questions asked. Got the shield drop. Got the bear again. Like, wow. And right there, exactly what we're talking about. IQHQ out in strong fashion today as we see quite a few of them.
Everybody's doing some work now.
Yep. That lab time.
Happy to see Cruz making a comeback. That's how it's supposed to be.
Most certainly. And you will see it from IQHQ. We are looking to establish a strong understanding and a strong following. So please keep an eye on these guys because they are not only putting in the lab time, but they're putting in the stream time. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you'll catch us over at twitch.tv/FatalStrike starting at around 8 p.m. So keep an eye out, guys, because after today, you're going to see the sharks in this tank.
Now we got Max Ketchum versus John Numbers, it looks like, next.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the next match.
And John Numbers had definitely put a hurting onto Jash last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, had definitely given Jash quite a hard time and really demonstrated the power of Lucario in this game. So Smash Attack 1 came through, championed